All right, so guess who's back? Uh, Looks like I'm going to have quite a bit of time to be uploading some videos on my hands. Um, I went to the doctor a while back and found out, and I mentioned this in my previous video, that I have a couple of really bad herniated discs in my neck currently, especially my C6 is completely destroyed. So tomorrow I go in for basically pre-op or pre-surgery, and then next week, literally the day after Christmas, December 26th, I'll be going in for a anterior cervical discotomy and fusion, which basically means they're going to go in and remove one of the discs from my neck, replace it with a cadaver bone, and then put a 2-inch titanium plate in my neck and screw it together with 4 screws. So yeah, looks like I'm probably going to have some extra time on my hands to be making some videos for YouTube. So I look to be uploading a few of those. I'm going to be basically laid up for probably 3 weeks or so, not able to do much of anything. Um, so there's that. But anyway, the whole reason for making this video, though, other than the update. Oh, before I get too much into it, um, notice the difference. See this arm right here and this arm right here. This one is significantly smaller. And the reason is I have nerve damage that's going down in the back of my arm and into my elbow here. So if you can, I don't know if you can tell or not, but this one is significantly larger than my right one. So I have a disc impinging on a nerve, and that's why they have to go in and do the surgery. But anyway, all that aside, that's a quick update about me and my situation. But uh, so I posted my video a couple months ago about how there was no Linux distro that was capable of even coming close to Mac OS. Now, keep in mind, this is coming from a Linux fan. I'm very much a Linux fan. I've been using Linux since 2003, 2004 ish, um, somewhat regularly. And my main machine right here, this machine, I'm dual booting a Fedora and Zorin OS right now. So I'm absolutely a Linux. Oh, and my MacBook Pro over here, my MacBook Pro runs Kubuntu, and I had Manjaro on it before that, and Arch on it before that. So I use it for running different distros on actual hardware. I do have a Mac here in the background, and I have a MacBook Air. So I have several Macs. I have several Linux machines in the house. I have an old Mac Pro that runs Linux. I believe it's still on Zorin OS, and I have a Mac Mini down in the family room that's running Mac OS, older version Mac OS. So I run both. I run Mac OS and I run Linux. So I issued a challenge in my last video. If anyone could just come up with a distro, whatever your favorite distro is, make a video about it, and I will do a direct comparison with that distro to Mac OS. We'll compare intellectually honest comparison of your chosen distro to Mac OS, and we'll see which one is better. I mean, we'll just be, we'll be intellectually honest here and see which one is objectively better. And I have gotten, let's see, as of right now, I've gotten over 460 views on that particular video, and that's just on YouTube. I uploaded that to a couple of other places as well, so I've gotten close to 1,000 views, I think, all totaled. Not a single person, not a single individual has managed to give me a distro that would directly compare. They were comfortable directly comparing to Mac OS right out of the box. Not a single person. And I find that very strange, since you have all these, we have all these Linux fans on here promoting Linux and telling us how it's the greatest thing since sliced bread and all this, and how it's so much better than Windows and it's so much better than Mac, et cetera, et cetera. And yet, you know, I post an open video, an open challenge to say, okay, show me that it's better. Uh, uh, Tell me what your favorite distro is. Is it Ubuntu? Is it Arch? Is it Debian? Is it Gentoo? Is it whatever? Whatever it is, post it and right out of the box, and we'll do a direct comparison. No modifications to Mac OS, no modifications to your chosen distro. Fresh install on actual hardware, and we will see which one is objectively better right out of the box. Because there is a better, there is an objectively better. You can have an opinion on something. You know, if I like chocolate ice cream, you like vanilla. That's a difference of opinion, whatever. But one thing is objectively better than another when it comes to an operating system. Okay, if my operating system works perfectly right out of the box, everything on my hardware works, and yours doesn't, mine is better, objectively so, right? If uh, if I'm given a task to say open a PDF document, and I can do that with Mac OS right out of the box, and you have to go searching for software. Now, I'm not saying you would, because a lot of Linux distros come with PDF readers. But if you have to go searching for software, then you lose that. That's one more point for Mac OS, right? If if you have to go download special software to edit a video file or to manipulate an audio file or to record your screen, and mine can do all of that. My chosen operating system can do all of that right out of the box. That makes mine objectively better, right? If uh, you know, you install updates and it breaks the system, and mine doesn't, that makes mine objectively better. So that's what I mean by objectively better. There are metrics by which we can compare objectively better things per distro, right? And some of it is going to come down to personal preference. You know, can you theme Linux better or easily, more easily customize Linux than you can Mac OS? Well, of course you can. So, I mean, objectively, yeah, if that's a thing for you, customization is a thing for you, then Linux wins that end of it. You know, but you would think out of almost 1,000 people, and I mean 400 over 460 people just here on YouTube, all these Linux fans, you would think that there would be at least one that could show me a Linux distro and be like, okay, I'm going to put this Linux distro in. And if you're so confident in your distro, if you're so confident in Linux, then why can't you post a video response and tell me what distro you choose that can compete with Mac OS? See, that's the thing. You can't, and this proves it right here. Even the most diehard Linux fans out there, even the most diehard Linux fans out there, can't seem to come up with a single distro and say, okay, it's objectively better than Mac OS across the board, and here's why. You can't do it. Why is that? Because it's not. As simple as that. It's really as simple as that. And like I said in previous videos, I love Linux. I have it installed on several of my systems. I've been using Linux longer than most people on YouTube have been alive. Okay? And I love it for what it is. But for these people to come on here, these fanboys to come on here and be like, oh yeah, Linux is so much better than Mac OS, blah, 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 blah. Okay, really? If you really think that, then you either have never used Mac OS or, and this is most likely the case, something about Mac OS or Apple hurts your feelings, and that's what you're basing your dislike of Mac OS on, is your feelings, not any kind of objective reality. But anyway, just figured I would post this, give everybody a quick update as to, you know, what my condition is right now. Not that anybody really cares, but anyway, that's my condition currently. And to reissue this challenge, if anyone thinks they have a Linux distro that is better or even comparable to Mac OS, please, by all means, tell me what it is in the comment section, post a video, something. Because all these people, you know, all these Linux fans saying that it's better, there's bound to be at least one of you out there with the balls to actually post your chosen Linux distro and have me do a direct comparison. But so far, Like I said, a few months and hundreds of views, and not a single person, not a single Linux user has had the balls to step up and say, this is better and this is why I think it's better. So, still waiting on it. Um, but anyway, I got another video that I'm going to post pretty soon about shills in the Linux community, and Mac apologist and Apple apologist and Windows apologist and things like that. I, I, I hate to see the fanboyism. I really do. It gives whatever you're into. It kind of gives it a bad name. And but I'm gonna do that at a later date. Another video about fanboys, and kind of go from there. And we'll see how it turns out. But anyway, I figured I'd get this video out there, and as I said, reissue this challenge to all the Linux fans out there. And hit me up in the comments, guys. I'll talk to you later.